A reading from the Song of Songs. Hark, my lover, here he comes, springing across the mountains, leaping across the hills. My lover is like a gazelle or a young stag. Here he stands behind our wall, gazing through the windows, peering through the lattices. My lover speaks, he says to me, "Arise, my beloved, my dove, my beautiful one, and come. O my dove, in the clefts of the rock, in the secret recesses of the cliff, let me see you, let me hear your voice, for your voice is sweet, and you are lovely."
Brothers and sisters, let mutual love continue. Do not neglect hospitality, for through it some have unknowingly entertained angels. Be mindful of prisoners as if sharing their imprisonment, and of the ill-treated as of yourselves, for you are also in the body. Let marriage be honored among all, and the marriage bed be kept undefiled. Let your life be free from love of money, but be content with what you have. For he has said, "I will never forsake you or abandon you." Thus we may say with confidence, "The Lord is my helper, and I will not be afraid." The word of the Lord.
Today we are gathered because we want to witness these two beautiful people, Nigel and Dey. The church shares your joy and warmly welcomes you together with your families here gathered and friends. Me, the minister here in the church, in the presence of God, you establish between yourself a lifelong partnership. The other word for this is forever. May the Lord hear you on this joyful day of yours. May God send you help from heaven and protect you. May God grant you heart's desire and fulfill every one of your prayer. Jesus said to his disciples, "You are the salt of the earth. But if salt loses its taste, with what can it be seasoned? It is no longer good for anything but to be thrown out and trampled underfoot. You are the light of the world. A city set on a mountain cannot be hidden, nor do they light a lamp and then put it under a bushel basket. It is set on a lampstand, where it gives light to all in the house. Just so, your light must shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Heavenly Father." The Gospel of the Lord. Salt, it has to be tasteful, sensible, or it has to appeal to the senses, taste. And so is the light. Light has to be so instrumental in guiding you, in looking at you each other, especially in the sight of transcendence.
I, Nigel, take you, Dey, to be my wife. I promise to be faithful to you in good times and in bad, in sickness and in health, to love you and to honor you all the days of my life.
I, Dey,
Take you, Nigel,
take you, Nigel,
to be my husband.
to be my husband.
I promise
I promise
to be faithful to you
to be faithful to you
in good times and in bad,
in good times and in bad,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love you
to love you
and to honor you
and to honor you
all the days of my life,
all the days of my life,
and graciously bring to fulfillment His blessing within you. What God has joined together, let no one put asunder.
Dey,
Receive this ring
receive this ring
as a sign of my love
as a sign of my love
and fidelity.
and fidelity.
In the name of the Father,
In the name of the Father,
and of the Son,
and of the Son,
and of the Holy Spirit.
and of the Holy Spirit.
Nigel,
Receive this ring
receive this ring
as a sign of my love
as a sign of my love
and fidelity.
and fidelity.
In the name of the Father,
In the name of the Father,
the Son,
and the Son,
and of the Holy Spirit.
and of the Holy Spirit.
Amen.
Amen.
Lord, bless these vows.
Dey,
Receive these vows
receive these aras
as a pledge of God's blessing
as a pledge of God's blessing
and a sign
and a sign
of the good gifts
of the good gifts
we will share.
we will share.
Nigel,
Receive these vows
receive these aras
as a pledge of God's blessing
as a pledge of God's blessing
and a sign
and a sign
of the good gifts
of the good gifts
we will share.
we will share.
So that living after we praise you in sorrow. spent, so I am so happy to introduce to you Mr. and Mrs. Nixon. Yeah.
Young, and we didn't wanna be exposed. Even though it was cold, we were never wearing proper clothes. Always trying to be cool, trying to be those bad guys, smoking cigarettes behind the school. Always trying to be cool, trying to be those bad guys, you know. I still think about what we had when we were younger. We were never running out of time. As long as we had each other, oh, everything was black and white. Driving in a car, never knowing how far we go. When we were younger, when we were younger, I remember a girl. I would sneak into her parents' house. I could stay for hours, and we looked into each other's eyes. Hey, I thought I was Romeo, I was looking for my Juliet. And as soon as I left, I told my friends. Those days made me who I am. When we were younger, we were never running out of time. As long as we had each other, oh, everything was black and white. Driving in a car, never knowing how far we go. When we were younger, oh, when we were younger. As long as we had each other, oh, everything was black and white. When we were younger.
what an amazing day we're having so far, and what an amazing day we have up here. Yeah, that's the only one, don't worry. For those who aren't friends with me yet, I'm Daryl. I'm one of Nigel's 2 older brothers, or as Nigel recently contrasted us with his, the brothers he apparently chose, at least I look like him. Many of my best childhood memories are of playing obscure online video games with Nigel and Mark, each of us sitting in our own rooms, often with the doors closed, with our computers facing the other way, yelling across the house downstairs in Alamo, unless it was one of the weeks where we decided to take our computers and push them together in the living room, much to the dismay of Mom. We would yell, because just yell across the house, because that's how we communicated. There was no voice chat. This was before Discord for all you Zoomers. Nigel and I, in particular, tended to get addicted to one video game after another, with no real discrimination over genre. We played and we created together, day in and day out. Until we mastered each and every game, even if nobody else played them anymore. Silly good at obscure online video games helped you develop what I like to call your addict's personality, but in a good way. Don't lie. You get really, really good at very specific things, sometimes to like an infuriating degree, from StarCraft to debating the socioeconomic benefits of water usage, to playing chess, to making delicious pizza from scratch. And from graphics design to software development, just everything. Nigel, you personify the idea of never half-assing anything that you're actually interested in. And I think that shows tonight with your commitment, your devotion, and your outright addiction to everything Day. Any day and every day. I remember first hearing about you, Day. We were on the East Coast, and one day, we're on the phone with my mom. I'll stop. I promise. So we were on the East Coast. Called Mom, and I asked how Nigel was doing, as I always did. And she gave me the whole, I don't know, he's never home. And it turned out it was because he was spending a lot of time with somebody. She went on, oh no, he's never here. No, I haven't met her. Yeah, I think they work together. She's his boss, I think. And one day, Nigel finally brought his Day home. Most likely for the requisite approval and vetting expected of a Nixon man. And long story told, she got the job. Her day job. Day, my sister, you bring out a lot of maturity and boldness in Nigel, and we love that, and I think that's a lot of why Mom loved you. When you visited us in D.C., you grew on us even more, when your background check cleared with minimal red flags. Day, you were one of us from day one. And I think Mom was so happy to have 3 girls around the house between you, Rosalind, and Violet, in addition to her 3 perfect, amazing boys. We love and we value what you bring to the Nixon table, and it's your cookies. Your cookies on the Nixon table. Yeah. If you've had Day's chocolate chip cookies, woo! Oh, sorry. One sec. Sorry. Please remind everyone to follow Day_bakes on Instagram. Thanks, Gerald. You're the best brother-in-law. End of message. Day, at the end of the day, thank you from all of us Nixons for being there for Nigel earlier this year and always, and for helping him develop into this fine young gentleman sitting beside you. And Violet also asked me to thank you for always making her a secret Ziploc of reserved cookies. She knows today is all about Auntie Day, cookies, and Nuncle Nigel, in that order. Before I finish, I do have a few tidbits of advice for you 2 newlyweds. I'll send you an email with the rest. I think I'm uniquely positioned to provide advice, half Filipino, half Brit, that also married a lovely Mexican woman first. Oh, sorry. I mean, first tidbit. And because I know you guys are huge over planners, you don't have to plan everything so perfectly, despite the voices in your head. Some of our most treasured memories only happen because we went hiking in the rain and got the idyllic view at the top, because we ignored the forecast and got caught in a snowstorm and spent the day getting warm in like an epic Greek restaurant. Like, just go. Just do amazing things. 2, don't wear knit shoes when it's about to snow. 3, you both lose every fight, so communicate and be okay with compromise in your marriage, if nothing else. And last, travel before you have a baby. It's not about the parenting. It's not about the extra 33% for your first child. It's, you have to bring so much stuff. Like, we have backpacks. Like, just... Yeah. Anyway, that's all for me. YouTube said you have to end with a toast. So please, join me. Lift your drinks up high. The most important step a man or a woman can take, it's not the first one, is it? It's the next one. Always the next step. Dey and Nigel, to this tremendous step that you've taken together, and to the amazing stories your future holds. We can't wait to be a part of them, from this day to your last day. Dey and Nigel.
Okay, so Dey bakes. If you guys haven't tried her cookies, just ask my husband, okay? Every time he knows she's in Lodi, he's like, oh, did Dey bring me a bag of cookies? Did Dey bring cookies? Okay, so, hello, everyone. For those that don't know me, I'm Karina, one of Dey's older sisters. And for those that do know me, you know that this is not my forte. I don't like to speak in front of people. I always have a lot to say, but definitely not with 170 people. So I don't think I surprise anyone when I say that I love my sister, because Dey is so easy to love. She always goes above and beyond for everyone in her life. And if you don't know the answer to someone and you have no internet access, just call her. And if she doesn't know the answer, she'll have it for you in seconds. As a little girl, Dey, you were kind and a loving little sister that always wanted to know everything, asking question after question. It came to a point where we, older sisters, began learning from her instead of her learning from us. I mean, come on. Her favorite book, does anyone know what her favorite book was? The dictionary. Like, seriously, the dictionary. She would practice it. And I'm like, Dey, why are you practicing the dictionary? She's like, I just want to know every word in this book. Seriously. Although she is loved by many of us here today, I am mostly thrilled that she has found that unconditional love in Nigel. When we first met you, Nigel, we all instantly felt you were family. I mean, 5 girls, 2 boys. We were talking behind your back, okay? There's one right there, one right there. Nigel, you were another brother right away. We knew. Another brother to share and create memories with. And today, we made that brother title official. So, yay, Nigel. So those close to us know that over the past 5 years, we've had very difficult times in our life, and you were always there for us when we most needed help. And there is no doubt in our hearts that you will continue to take care and love our baby sister. And I know that Dey will take care and love you. So tonight, let us all cheer to unconditional, everlasting love, because that's what they have. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I hope you're all having a wonderful time on this beautiful evening. Before I begin, I want to introduce myself. My name is Gabriel, and I just want to say you both look absolutely incredible tonight. So let's give them another round of applause, please. All right, so on to this speech. So 7 years ago, I couldn't have imagined how close Dey and I would have gotten. See, we met in a work setting, one that's safe to say we'll forever remember. And Gabi, Dey, Maria, you know what I'm talking about. Dey was a fellow, and I was her supervisor, one that took their job very seriously, was laser focused, and didn't leave much room for chit-chatting. And to this day, I can clearly recall the time that Gabi and Dey were having a very intense conversation, unrelated to work, and during a time when they were supposed to be phone banking. They were discussing various political topics and taking a stand on each one. I decided to be nosy and eavesdrop a bit. I loved everything I was hearing and eventually joined in on the conversation. On this day, I realized how much Dey and I had in common. Our morals and values aligned, and I knew she was someone I wanted to keep in my life. Our friendship blossomed and has offered me so much goodness, warmth, peace, invaluable support, advice, foodie adventures, and of course, chisme. Dey is an extremely responsible, organized, smart, dependable, and driven person. She always goes the extra mile to ensure things are as perfect as they can be, and her wedding is an example of just that. But more than that, Dey's an amazing friend and human being. I honestly cannot imagine my life without you, and my heart feels so full to see your face glowing, filled with joy and love on your special day. Nigel, you are literally a genius and know how to make a mouth-watering pizza. I'll keep dreaming about the day you open up your own pizzeria, and you can count on me being the first one in line. But for now, 9412 Americana Way will do just fine. Now you all know where they live. All right. I've enjoyed nurturing our friendship over the past years, and I appreciate all of the times you have shown up for me so effortlessly. It shows the altruistic character in you and the heart of gold that you're made out of. Thank you for always being there for me and being willing to lend a hand whenever needed. I look forward to continuing to deepen our friendship, and one that I consider dear to my heart. So now let's talk about your love for Dey. Dey. I love the way you love Dey and the infinite amount of patience that you always display. It is truly beautiful to witness your love for her, especially as you embark on this new adventure as husband and wife. I have no doubt that you're meant for one another. I forgot my glass, but let's raise our glasses high for the groom and bride. Cheers to an abundance of communication, compassion, health, and love. Que vivan los novios, Dey and Nigel! Woo!
Swimming in the lake, we come across first day.
Cada día que amanece, yo quiero verte con tu sonrisa de niño y tu mirada.
Que a donde vaya te llevo. Si la vida nos separa, yo te juro y te prometo que en mi corazón existes como tú, sangre en mi cuerpo.